And today, again, we're feeding you with a lot more of what is happening on the campaign trails. As always, many of you have been sending us a lot more of those messages on our WhatsApp platform, 0560 800,000. We have to say that we thank you very much for those messages as well. But we have to touch base with our correspondent. And Ohiming Teria is with our sister station, Love FM, and is our correspondent from the Ashanti region. He is on the line. A very good morning to you, Ohiming.
Good morning, Roland.
Now, it's been a hectic 1 week or so period for you, especially once that the president is there. It means you have to be covering as many of the campaign activities of the president alongside the other activities of the various political parties in the region. What can you tell us is the latest as far as from the team of the president, what he's been doing on the campaign trail?
Thank you, Roland. Yesterday, the president hit the ground running with the first stop at the Pakoso in the Asokore Mampo municipality to commission one of the community day senior high schools. According to the president, that was the 42nd community day senior high school to be commissioned as part of the 123 of such schools being put up. And the president said that people who have been criticizing the government that indeed education, standards of education has fallen over the years is not true, but they should rather revise their notes. According to him, the BC performance, Ghana's performance this year has been the best ever since Ghana started writing the BC exams. And even three of the topmost performance in the 2015 BC exam were all from Ghana. The first, second, and third were all female, so he has to hand over their awards to them. And he also said that with WASI, the country, there has been improvement year after year. So for his sometimes he's not accused that after every program that he attends to journalists will question what he is doing about falling education standards. And he thinks that journalists should do more, get more figures, more facts to acquaint themselves, so that they also serve as the mouthpiece. So they won't allow anybody to sit on their media to peddle falsehoods or rumors and allow them to go for steal. They must face these people with the facts. And after Pakoso, the president moved to the ministerial palace. It was a private meeting between him and the Ashanti waiting for the second. But a few minutes later, the convoy was also on the ground again. We left for in the Asuma Emporia district to also address a gathering of the citizens of the area. And the president echoed the developmental projects of the NDC government administration has provided and done over the years. And he also asked the people to vote for him again because, according to him, the past 4 years has been providing the foundation. So now it's time for him to provide the block work. And he thinks that this will be easier for any body at all. But because he's the one who did the foundation, it's important to also give him that mandate, the opportunity again to continue from where he left from the foundation level. And he also left from Asmanpenua, he left for Tepa in the Hafo Ano North district, also serving as a constituency for the area, where he also addressed another rally and also had the opportunity to also address another rally at Kaboni and also another one at Tusu. So I must say it was a very busy day for President Mahama and the team. We left Tusu at about 11 p.m. So we got to Kumasi about 12 midnight for us to retire to bed. For some of us, we've been up all day working to ensure that we produce the stories from the campaign tour. So yes, unfortunately, yesterday the president was billed to address students at the Primary University of Science and Technology, but because of some inconveniences, the program had to be followed. And I'm told probably the program will come on today. But this morning, he's scheduled to speak on the Garden City Radio at 9 a.m., where he'll be talking about the things and the projects and the achievements of the NDC government, and also ask the people of the Ashanti region to vote for him again. But let me echo this, Roland. I think the president, I would say, sees the NPP because he thinks that he, as somebody who represents the NDC, is in all out. There's a saying that this Ashanti region is a electoral world bank of the NPP. So he sees of MPP supporters that they should come and see how people have been following him. And he believes strongly that the large gatherings or the high attendance to the political campaign rallies will retaliate, will surely show up in the 2016 elections. So he believes that even the 1 million vote target, NDC will be able to exceed the 1 million target. So for him, he thinks that if MPP should be tackling themselves to themselves again, they should rewrite their nose, because surely NDC has come to stay in the Ashanti region. So that has been the day's activities from morning till evening.
Well, very, very good summary there. But for the many constituencies and the areas he's been visiting, what has been the response to the president's campaign messages, but more importantly to him being in those communities?
Yeah, for instance, the president was at the Sabonu for the very first time, and so I was told the two traditional leaders who spoke on behalf of the community said it was the first time that a sitting president had visited their community, so they were very, very happy. And you could see from the demeanor of the people how they respond with tears to the campaign messages of President Mahama. And I must say, the message was not just a political talk, but with the president being a communication expert, he was able to make the political message with humor. So at a point, you could see that the people would be laughing at some of the issues the president raised, some of the sentiments that the president brought it out. So I must say, yes, the people were so happy to see the president, but at the end of the day, they also had the opportunity to also appeal to the president for more support. And in one breath, those areas that the president visited are areas that the NDC, if they don't have a sitting member of parliament, they believe strongly that they will win. So I must say it was their traditional word bank, because they believe strongly when the president said 2 days ago that we've done a research, a survey suggesting that the NDC should win 9 more seats. And these areas, some of them were identified as some of the seats that the NDC can amass in the December election. So, yes, the people who received the president were, and don't forget, he's the first gentleman of the state. So wherever he goes, he commands a lot of respect, receives a lot of crowd for people to meet him.
Especially when he was in the main capital, Kumasi, and some of those areas. The accusation from the opposition was that they were busing people to some of those communities he was visiting, especially in some of those store areas in the Ashanti region. What can you say about that?
Unfortunately, as a journalist, I cannot confirm that one. But what I do know is that wherever the president goes, there was a crowd to meet the president, and you could see that most of the people who were around are people who live in the community. For instance, is it possible to bus somebody to wait all the from morning till say 10 p.m. when the president, for instance, arrived at Sabonu to address the people? I had the opportunity. I spoke to a couple of them around, and they said, yes, we are residents here, and some were also from settler communities. These are producing areas, so there are people who live in settler communities or possibly 2 miles away from the main Sabonu township. So for me, yes, they may have people who say this may have their own evidence, but I haven't seen that evidence on the ground. What I do know is that the NDC is campaigning in its stronghold, and that is what I do know. Because, for instance, at New Edibiase constituency, yes, NDC had a member of parliament, Honorable Kusiyaka. So the NDC had a rally at Apeja, and then another one at Adansia, where they believe strongly that they will serve K.P. Hammond to the NPP sitting member of parliament. And then at Akufum, yes, they had a rally. And Obuasi, East and West, the party believes strongly that this year they will be able to capture the seats from NPP members of parliament who are still sitting members of parliament. Yes. So for somebody to assume that the people were biased, whether they were biased, I'm not sure they were biased from other constituencies, but they still came from these areas where the rallies were being organized.
Now, for many of the projects that the president has been inaugurating on this very campaign tour, have there been projects that have wholly been accepted by the communities in which they are located?
Sure. The president has inaugurated only one project, and that is the Community Day Senior High School, Pakoso in the Asokore-Mampong municipality. Don't forget that Asokore-Mampong is still under Ashanti constituency. It is one of the newly created assemblies. It was created in 2024, carved out of the Kumasi Metropolitan Assembly. And though they have Kumasi Academy as the only senior high school in the area, and another one, Sakasia Senior Islamic Senior High School. They believe strongly with this big edifice where they have access to almost every modern type of structure in the area. Yes, they were happy at the kind of project that the president has delivered to the people. So the people were happy to see that, yes, we have a community, a senior high school, Pakoso, a school that we can call our own, a school that we can send our world to attend. So for them, they were okay. And they believe that, yes, this is their party in government, and they are also, they have every right to benefit from the nationality.
As the president who is in the Ashanti region currently, what has the MPP, which is their main opposition party or rival, been doing to perhaps rival or counter the penetration or also the inroads being made by the president on this very campaign to the Ashanti region, knowing the fact that it is a stronghold of the MPP?
So a clear scenario was on Sunday when the NDC organized a six-day walk, and coincidentally, MPP also organized a similar walk in the same Ashanti constituency. So you could see that these are calculated attempts to also, take part of the state or shine away from the president's visit. So there's one thing I've learned about this trip. Unlike previous campaign tours where they will give you the itinerary for the whole week or the entire duration of the tour, this time around, what the party has been doing is that they will keep all the information to their chest and give you the following, the day's itinerary the following morning. So assuming that for now, I have no idea what the president will be doing today until this morning. Though I have been part of the team since Saturday with the president's team, but I have no idea where the president will be today, even though I was with the team yesterday, the whole of yesterday. Yes, so that is how it is. Maybe that strategy has worked for the party so well that they don't make known that the president's movement to the NPP. Surely, I believe strongly that if the NPP had known this, there would have been a lot of counter activities and counter attacks here and there. But mind you, the president is not campaigning in the entire Ashanti region, but he is only campaigning in the stronghold of the party where he believes that this party will win more votes or garner more votes in those areas. So you don't expect to see more of opposition or attacks except Saturday when we are returning from Apeja to Adansi and Nwaso, where some NDC security task force members attacked a man who was just standing by the roadside and making a gesture suggesting that President Mahama's government should be changed. But he was attacked by
four of the people in that time when the president visited Sabronum, we met an accident just on the way. Four NDC supporters riding motorbicycles, two on each motorbike. They had collided head on, but they sustained serious injuries, and they had to be attended by the president's medical team. I'm told a few minutes they sent them to the Mankanso Government Hospital. They had to also transfer them to Komfano Hospital, where they could receive special care at the Komfano Hospital. But for now, that has been the story, Roland.
Well, thank you very much. My colleague, Ohimin Teria, he is our correspondent in the Ashanti region. He is with Inshira FM and also correspondent for Love, as well as the relevant allied stations we have in the multimedia family or group. Well, we'll be touching base with him as well as other colleagues on the campaign trail as we keep you updated on what is taking place as far as the electioneering is concerned. But you should also know that we have a lot more coming up. As far as this very election is concerned, we'll be doing great discussions on that very subject. That'll be in the second hour of the program or the third hour of the program. But right now, next, Mr. Anis Hafa is here. And he's an educationist, has great experience teaching in the United States of America and also consulting and teaching here in Ghana. Coming to talk to us about the phenomenon where we have some discrepancies on the pictures that are placed on the exercise books and other reading literature that are distributed across schools in our country. What does it mean, and is it an affront to the standard of education we have in our country? We'll be having all those in perspective next. And Mama Usu Abaja will be doing those discussions with Mr. Anis Hafa and other educationists. Just stay on.